Hello, hello, everyone. These videos are becoming a little bit of a regular series, aren't they? We should call them like crystals by the couch or something. I was thinking that before. I was like, oh, I'm doing another one of these so soon. It's so exciting. The last video we did, we spoke a little bit about gridding crystals, especially with having a few, really powerful points and really gorgeous, yummy things like this lapis. Now, we also spoke about crystal skulls as well. We did a little sneak preview of those. But I want to do a continuation of that gridding series and speak about some really beautiful and very, very powerful, um, power players. And they are these beauties that I have right here. So we've got a whole host of semi-precious gems on this lovely board right here. Whoop. Don't know if you can see that. We've got a whole variety of really, really powerful, beautiful things that some of which are really quite rare, and all of them are very, very powerful. Two of which you probably already know very well because you see me advertise and speak about the power of things like Libyan gold Tektite. But these are incredible to grid with. I love gridding with Tektite. I love gridding with crystals like this. Now, I'm going to run through what they are and why they're so powerful, because I think that, excuse me, I think that you'll really enjoy them, especially if you're working with big energies, if you're working with star energies, if you're working with the earth, all the energy that is moving through. And if you're really wanting to maximize them this year, then maybe consider um, just seeing if any of these call to you. When you work with smaller crystals, like, oh my gosh, can you guys hear that? We have an ice cream man outside. I haven't had an ice cream man. I've never heard one, not since I was a child. That just took me completely by surprise. Is that like a Venus retrograde thing? Like throwbacks not only from your past with people, but also from your childhood. But anyway, let's get right back to it. I digress. When you work with really, really beautiful and powerful crystals such as these are kanzite. Now, if you remember, I had big raw blocks of kanzite a while back. I actually have one on my windowsill right back there, if you can see it. Kanzite is the stone of grace. It's Kuan Yin stone, but it is so seldom found this clear. Now have a little look at that. That is super clear, super clear lilac color with some rainbows in as well. It's got a little rainbow inside there. I don't know if you can see. But when you work with smaller tumbles, especially incredibly high grade, now these are really high grade, this section, well, I mean, actually all of it is, but these are really high grade little tumbles. And that's not common to find with anyone who is housing crystals, because firstly, you want to make sure they're ethically found, right? Secondly, they cost a little bit to acquire, and thirdly, actually finding someone that can supply them is a little bit tricky sometimes. But I feel so blessed to have these to show you. So you can easily set up a grid with three. Three is a very powerful number. So I have a lot of these in threes. I have Sugilite, three of them, Kunzite, three of them. You know, Tanzanite, I'll be advising that they go as a three rather than individually, but you can get individual ones as well. Tektite, three of them. The number three is such a powerful alchemical number. It's a magic number. And when I say magic, I mean deep depth, wisdom. Obviously, it is that Christed number as well, but it is more than that. It is the power of three. It is the alchemical manifestational number. It's so, so poignant, so powerful. So if you were to set up a grid, you can use with any repetition of three. So you could start with three crystals like this, and then you might choose to go, well, now I'm going to put these ones here, these Sugilite. That already is, I can already feel that in my body. You then might choose to add a tower like lapis lazuli. This is incredibly high grade lapis lazuli. Normally you're getting much lower grade when you go to any crystal shop, but I mean, that's quite a large crystal to put in the middle of a very small grid like this. But this is how you start to build a grid. You can put something pointy in the middle, right? Like a tower. As we know, obelisk towers, they are, well, they're renowned, right? If you go to anywhere, anything with a point is going to anchor in energy, right? So when you're building a grid, for example, you can use this halorite, right? When you're building a grid, it's going to help anchor that energy. The crystals around it help create the sphere around it. Now, if you think about our electromagnetic frequency, we have the electricity, the masculine that runs through, that's like the 1. The 2, the feminine, the emotional energy, the spiritual energy, that moves like a liquid around. So you have this straight line, and you have this like round sphere. And that is what creates the electromagnetic pull. That's what creates the vortex. That's what creates the portal. You could put a skull in the middle, like one of these incredibly beautiful, very, very high grade phantom amethyst. Can you see all the rainbows in the skull? Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up properly, but these are attuned to the violet flame as well, and the higher chakras. So this little grid that I'm making right here is perfect to bring in wisdom from the higher realms, for one, Kuan Yin energy with this kanzite, that grace, compassion, that sheer beauty. It's like lotus energy, you know, but in a very, very gentle, like white lotus way. And the Sugilite, that extreme spiritual awakening, that, and when I say extreme, I mean just like such awareness of oneness, right? You know, they say that Sugilite is what the firmament that we used to have around Earth was built from, right? It's a very, very hard to acquire crystal, especially in this quality. So this is how easy it is to build a grid. You set your intention in there, you have something in the middle as a enhancer of energy, or the focal point, and then everything around it adds to it. Now, it doesn't have to look like that when you're gridding, but these are excellent gridders. It's really easy to do a grid like this. You could also, let me just put these Sugilite back. You could also set up a portal, right? So these rose calcite, they're beautiful. Rose calcite is so underrated, actually. It's like most people always focus on rose quartz and forget all about rose calcite, whereas rose calcite is like really grounding. You could easily create a portal. These are only 65 for the pair, you know, really beautiful quality. You could create a portal, even putting something in the middle, like this lepidolite skull, like this, creating a lovely little portal of sweet frequencies. Or what would be better would probably be this Amazonite, Mother Mary attuned skull. And now you've got this unconditional love, with the love of truth, of compassion, with this sort of truth, compassion, and expansion. Right there in the middle, all this feminine energy coming in and grounding easier because we're using rose calcite rather than just rose quartz, you know? So we have some wonderful things. I'm going to stop chattering on about grids, though. I think that's kind of emphasized the point, and I'm just going to show you a few of what we have right here. And thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you watched all the way to the end, or at least all the way to this point, then you get 5% off. And if you aren't yet a member of the Meeting of Hearts subscription, they will have seen this video before you, and they will also be getting free shipping and 8% off their crystals just for being part of Meeting of Hearts. And it's, you know, it's worth it, really. You know, the monthly subscription is less than the saving that you'll have, so you'll actually you'll save a lot if you're a part of that and you wanted any of these. But let's go through what we have here. So we have Sugilite. Sugilite is such a powerful crystal. Like I say, it's one of those that is, it's likely that you'll never have come across it, and you likely won't come across it. It's really rare to have that in a crystal shop because it's so expensive to stock, so hard to find as well, of such good quality. So these are the price of Tektites. So these are 140 for a piece that big. It's mad, that's how rare it is. 190 for the larger piece because it's double the size, but 140 for the smaller ones. We have kanzite, as we've already said. These are super, super cute, only 44 each. Even just one of these, you bring it to your heart, you'll feel your higher heart awaken, you'll feel such compassion just move through you. And even in just placing it on my heart right now, it's actually making me want to well up with really beautiful emotions. So we have Imperial Topaz. Normally topaz is not this color, right? Imperial Topaz, once again, quite a rare thing to have. It is a master manifester crystal. A few of these are. Anything that's yellow, anything that's orange tends to be. But when it's a crystal like Imperial Topaz, well, that will just very much enhance. That would be an excellent crystal to have in the middle of a little grid. You know, just put that right in the middle, or carry it with you. Make a piece of jewelry out of it. But the Imperial Topaz, that is £21 each. Obviously, if you're a member of Meeting of Hearts, you get 8% off and free shipping. If you are watching this video all the way to this point, you get 5% if you tell me in an email. that you watched it to this point. I won't just give it you unless you tell me. I just think it's a nice way to really recognize that, you know, that you really want to learn about the crystals as well. These are what I think a lot of you will love. These are tanzanite. I have a few of these. They're really good quality tanzanite. Tanzanite, this is the crystal that first took me on a star voyage, I think is the best way to phrase it. I once lay down, it was 2017, and I lay down on my bed and I placed a piece of tanzanite in my third eye. And I just breathed for a moment, and without realizing, this tanzanite took me all the way up to the cosmos, all the way up to the stars, and showed me how we are the stars. Showed me how we are the whole universe. And it was tanzanite doing it. The feeling that I had, it literally took me up to the galaxy. And then it's almost as though I felt every atom within myself split apart, but still be one, and just go so far expanded out. It was profound. That was tanzanite. These are only £14 each, and if you get 3, then you can have 3 for 40. Because they're wonderful for actually like placing 1, 2, 3 on your third eye, really awakening. Another one I'm super excited about, another one that's incredibly rare. We have Australian opal. Let me get the words right. Australian opal. Can you see the iridescent sheen on this? This is really beautiful, really nice grade of opal. Opal is incredibly, once again, another one of those incredibly hard to find such a good grade. Now, these are only chips of it because to get an actual piece would be thousands. These so beautiful. So these are only £22 each, or you can get 3 for 60. So that's quite a nice thing to grid with as well. Can you imagine gridding with the Australian opal, bringing all this joy, this happiness, this lightness, this rainbow energy? The seraphims connect so easily to topaz. You can create and manifest so easily with, I keep saying topaz, opal, with Australian opal. Topaz as well, you can obviously manifest with. It is very, very powerful in its own right, but I was talking about the Australian opal. But yeah, can you imagine getting 3 of those, putting those in a little grid, putting 3 of the tanzanite, and then 3 of something else, you know, or even just one central point. I do have some incredible raw citrine as well. This is raw, this is natural, beautiful clusters, so deep, quite large as well in size. These are only £8 each, or 3 for 21. I only have a few sets of each, so do bear that in mind. Obviously, if you're a member of Meeting of Hearts, then you'll see this first, so please make sure that you email straight away, because once they're gone, I probably won't be getting them back, because it's like, yeah, the suppliers just won't supply some of these anymore just because the prices are going so high. What else do I have to show you on here? I have sapphire, but I don't know if I want to show you these because I know one of them's already sold, so I think the other one might have sold with it. So I'm going to leave the sapphire there because I think they're already gone. But then, of course, we have some wonderful things here. We still have this pair of rose calcite towers. Gorgeous for your bedroom, gorgeous for your heart, gorgeous for any room that you want to bring love into. The pair of them are 65 together. 3 of these halorite serpentine, they direct energy in your home, they relocate chi, they move stagnation. They're very, very, very cool, very powerful. They are £14 each, or you can get a set of 3. I do recommend them going as a 3. You get a little bit of a discount. You'll get 3 for 40 if you chose to do that. We have chocolate calcite. Anyone here work with Mama Cacao? Really, really, really beautiful crystal to bring and ground in energy, to work with the earth. I have 2 of these left. 2 have already gone. These are only 26 each. Really, really beautiful points. Gorgeous, gorgeous colouring, and a pyramid as well at £40. Really gorgeous, isn't it? We still have a couple of the Malacola, for those of you that saw the post about it the other day. Malacola is a really, really powerful crystal. It brings 2 crystals together, and just look here. Now, these are a little bit more pricey once again, because, well, once again, it's a little bit hard to acquire. The most expensive is this one at 145, and then the investment for one like this is only 97. But just look at the patterning. And then I do have a little one left at 14 as well. They're gorgeous to work with. I'm so excited about the clarity of the Lemurian that I have right now. So this is the largest one that I have. Really beautiful and clear. I have 3 clear Lemurian, one at 220, which is that large one. This one here at 160. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And this one here at 90. Super clear, really powerful. Use it as a wand, direct energy. Use it through your body. You can just feel it. I mean, like, feel it through the camera. I love working with Lemurian energy. I also have a smoky Lemurian, which once again, you don't tend to see smoky Lemurians. Really beautiful colouring, really great for grounding in that Lemurian energy. Fantastic work as a wand to work with the ley lines. That'd be an excellent way to do that. If anyone's still here, I'm wondering. Oh, I didn't tell you about these. I got some really high grade aquamarine. Aquamarine, Mother Mary and Archangel Mary's crystal. 20-gram bags. Only £9 a bag. I only have 6 bags. If that calls to you, really wonderful for creating a circle. Grid in your room. Really beautiful. Something I'm super excited about. I have a few scrying mirrors. Anyone here a seer? Any seers on this stream? These are really incredible to look into, and to scry and to prophesize, to even heal. Just looking in at the depth, seeing how things shift and change. Beings like Nostradamus used scrying mirrors. Seers, prophets use things like this. They're wonderful. Only £60. I only have 3. I know it's hard to choose, isn't it? I can hear some of you going, "Oh, I want all of them." I know. I'm just going to show a couple more things and then I'm going to wrap it up, because this is a really long video, and I appreciate anyone that's staying here for the length of it. I still have these. I got 3 more made of these Phantom Amethyst, attuned to the violet flame. Really high frequency. The Seraphim tune in really easily to these ones. Quite large, quite beautiful. 265 to 220, size dependent. Smoky fluorite. I still have 3 of these. I got these made from Brazil, so these are handcrafted in Brazil, made just for you guys. 220 or 240, depending on the size. But these are the guardians of the Earth Gateway. These ones look after the Earth Star chakra. Really, really gorgeous. 2 high priests left. This one looking for his home, attuned to Thoth, Serapis Bay, carrying the white flame of ascension. I know there's been lots of people curious about this one, but I'm wondering who his actual guardian is, who's going to take him home. He is 1150, but if you're a member of Meeting of Hearts, then you'll get a very, very generous discount. And this one is a golden healer, attuned to the golden ray, attuned to Serapis Bay as well, and Yeshua and the Arcturian. So it's got a triple attunement. Really, really gorgeous. Metatron connects very easily to this as well. And this guy is High Priest energy. Once again, if you're a member of Meeting of Hearts, you'll get a very generous discount on this one, but oh God, he's so beautiful. His investment is $850. Really, really, really beautifully carved, hand carved in Brazil. They're just loving it here. Oh my gosh. And then finally, of course, you've seen the beautiful lapis lazuli. I have 1 spare left at 70. It's the highest grade lapis that you can get. I have 2 4-sided towers, points, medium and a large, 80, 100. Great to pair with, great to create portals with. Or if you work more with the number 8, then perhaps you'd want to create a portal with these 2. 8-sided lapis, 75 each. or 140 together. These three would make a wonderful portal. Here, here. It'd be 220 for all three, or you can get them together as a bundle for a little bit cheaper. But see which calls to you, and enjoy the energy that's coming through the video from these beings. I am definitely enjoying having them here in my home. They are very, very, very cheeky chappies, especially the skulls, and the energy of these lot here are just so beautiful and so pure. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up because I've been talking for a very long time. I don't want to bore you. But if you have any questions about crystals and how to work with them, anything more specific, also feel welcome to let me know, and I'll do a video specifically on that. But yeah, we've got some wonderful beings here that are really awaiting their guardian, and if they call to you, just let me know. Send me an email at crystals@aliceheath.com. So much love.